I think we're live.
Are we?
You're walking along the street, or you're at a party, or else you're alone, and then you suddenly dig. Oh, wait a minute. This is different, right? But STELIX is still here. STELIX is in the house, right? Surprise! Look at what the two of us with. This was not done purposely with the Cape Cod shirts. So how is everybody? I know people will be here or are here. We haven't done this in a while because usually when we've done Sundays with STELIX, it's always been in the kitchen, right? So this is a little bit different.
We're not in the kitchen anymore.
This is my office at home. And I just had this idea to come on. I hope we're on.
I don't have it here yet.
You don't?
No.
Well, you know what? One of the things I read is that when people start videos and they say, okay, let's just wait for people to come in, that's a no-no.
No.
Because you're supposed to, hey, I see somebody's coming in. You're supposed to like just stop right from the beginning, like I did, like singing and stuff.
Right,
so how is everybody? I love that we get to do this tonight. And it's our usual Sundays at 7, right?
How's everybody? The two people who are here. How are you? There's Jennifer. Jennifer, you win.
Kelly, how are you?
All right.
Who is Lily Bell? Also, I hope you guys are terrific, Jennifer. And God, Lily must be back to school, right? Back into college. So, but we wanted to come in, check in, talk. I can definitely just Robin.
You can definitely talk. That's for sure.
No, I can. If I see like comments, if you have questions about somebody, just let me know and I'll just throw something out there. Hey, Lori. Lori is like such a great soul and such a connected soul, and she's taking my course, so which I love. And we just talked about this last night. Can I just say, so Robin, hold on for a second. Elix and I went to this birthday party last night. That was a surprise birthday party. So I don't want to say much because I don't think the person who's the recipient of it has posted anything. So I don't like let them to post their stuff, right?
She posted.
She did?
She posted she had a surprise party.
Oh, I didn't see that.
She hasn't posted pictures.
Okay, got it. So hey, Denise.
But it is public.
But it was in Rhode Island and it was in Coventry. And it was, hey, Karen, it was just so great. We have been friends since our 20s.
A long time.
Yeah.
True facts. A long time ago. There's nothing wrong with that.
I wouldn't consider 10 years a long time.
Okay.
Just saying. Okay. I need an eject button on here that I can just press and he goes.
I mean, once again,
flies off. Hey, Betty Ann.
Notice how his lighting is perfect, and I'm here in the shadows.
I don't understand.
Because you put the light right on your side, and then I have no light whatsoever. See, there you go. That's the way it should be.
Okay.
So
listen, I don't usually show my bottom half, because
but you don't have to.
I do have a bottom half. I really do, but I don't usually show it. Jonas, Elix is just saying facts.
That's right,
Jonas. And you know what the fact I have to tell you is that after tonight you're going to be banned. So how's that for a fact? Just saying. Hey, Tara.
See, better light. There you go.
Is that good?
See, lighting is everything.
Is that good? Well, maybe I should just stay out.
Yeah, no.
How's that?
No. We don't use any filters, but good lighting.
Yeah, it's the Elix show.
It's important.
Maybe you could get up and do a tap dance or something.
I can do my psychic connection, not as good as yours.
He does, but you know what he does? We are crazy, Lisa. Hey, Ryan. Lighting is everything. Now, Ryan's got it going on. But we had a great time at the party. And we were just talking about that in April when I lost my voice. It was a whole different dynamics because I had laryngitis. I just completely lost my voice. And Carol.
He wanted me to speak for him, for me, and for everyone else. It was not easy. Not easy.
Yeah, I am not used to going out like to dinner with even just one friend. in having a lull. It just usually doesn't happen, right, with me. And we went out several times with different people, and because I couldn't really speak, like there was these lulls, and I'd be like,
no, he'd be like what am I supposed to do now? Talk on demand? I'm like, that's not how it works. But thank God his voice is back, so we're back to business.
I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. Maybe I'll just get it all like a rah-rah, just completely shaved off. I think I say that every time I'm going to get my haircut, and then I don't. But we had a great time last night, right?
It was awesome.
It was really great.
Awesome.
It was a great time, and guess what we did today?
Oh, hold on. Happy birthday, Solange. And then I said, bitches.
Karen's not here, is she?
She may be here. And
she may listen to it, right?
If she listens to it, she'll understand. This is just for Karen.
Hey,
Matthew.
Matthew's in the house. Matthew is the king of so much, but most importantly about his TV show Doc Echoes, which is just flying off the shelves, if you will, because it's started with Amazon, Paraflix.
Off the shelves.
Yeah.
What are we, Blockbuster? Oh my God, Matthew.
It's international now, and I think Ireland, and I know it's just going to keep going and going and going. And I'm actually in one of the episodes that's out on Amazon. And
well, you should be in 3, but Matthew,
I don't know what happened to it.
Act together.
Maybe I need a flashlight and try to figure out where the hell it is. I don't know. But I'll keep you guys up to date when it comes. I know Lisa. Lisa knows me. Maybe Lisa, you're psychic when I talk about hair. She's like, you won't do that, and I won't.
Thank you,
Michelle. We love you so much.
Thank you.
Michelle, just on a side note, between the three of us, that blanket you gave us we love you, Matthew.
I'm glad he said us, because Michelle, I haven't seen the blanket yet, because he claimed it as his. So neither Django or I have seen the blanket.
Well, we lost little Ricky several months ago, and I haven't still posted anything. It's still too hard. He was our 14-year-old boy. He was the miracle child.
Miracle boy.
He was the one that was paralyzed for 4 months based on a supposed to be like this simple procedure to fix a couple of herniated discs, and it didn't go the way it was supposed to. And for 4 months he was paralyzed, and for 4 months we had him in doggy therapy with water treadmill,
laser, acupuncture
for 4 months, 3 times a week. It was just constant. And after 4 months, he was on the bed, and it's the last one up, and he raised himself. He had to learn to walk again, but it's been amazing. So Michelle surprised us at an event that I did with this beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous throw, and it's a picture of little Ricky. So
yeah, it was really amazing.
Yeah, and Michelle, I am like a 4-year-old. We're in the living room, and we have this like really cool, like it's not wicker, it's wooden. Like it's a little wooden.
It's a box that we
put up blankets in and stuff.
It's a box that when I got,
oh my God,
he's
seriously?
like, oh my God, this is the ugliest thing ever. It doesn't go with the house. And then all of a sudden, I love it. Let's put all of our blankets there.
And so now every time Ulysses is like, "Do you want a blanket?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he pulls out another one that's not little Ricky. And I'm like, no, I'm not taking any blankets unless it's little Ricky.
Yeah.
So
Michelle, true. Facts.
Yes. As whoever said that is a fact.
Facts.
Yes.
Sales
in the house.
Yes.
Yeah, we love the Canadians. We do.
That's only half of the Canadian.
Is only half.
What's the other half?
I'm looking to get
texting. What are you looking for?
No, Django. Django's here too, because we can't keep him now. Django is by himself, and he's having a really difficult time just being by himself and wondering where his brother is, even though animals are pretty connected. So there's just so little things to talk about in so much time. That's like a Willy Wonka thing. Let's reverse that. There's so much to talk about in so little time, right? So today, what do we do?
There's no such thing as, for you anyway, so little to talk about.
No, that was, you know what? He just like sort of blows my jokes about Willy Wonka.
Because there's no, it's not for you. It just doesn't work that way.
I didn't really mean literally. It just meant I was doing a play on one of my favorite movies in the world. is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The original, though, the one from 1971, I think it is. In any case, what about today?
Today was amazing. Well, first of all, my butt sore because my CrossFit gym. A shout out to Matthew and Lisa. They did a fundraiser for MS, and it was a row marathon, 42,000+ meters. And there were hundreds of people who showed up to the gym, and we had an amazing team, 2 teams in my team. And it was like 3+ hours of rowing, and it was amazing. So that was part of our day.
That started your day, right?
Started my day.
Yeah.
Then we went to Pawtucket, Rhode Island for
Central Falls
for the Polish festival. And then, so this is Steven again. This is exactly how it happened. We're eating, pierogies and all the Polish food, which is absolutely amazing. And he says to me, well, today I am just driving you everywhere around. I am your chauffeur today. I'm like, yeah, we came for your Polish festival because you needed to be here today, but he's driving me around. That's in his world. That's what the day looked like today.
True. It was. And I thought that was a really beautiful gesture that I had. Did. Ryan, to be honest,
Phil was here.
Hey, Phyllis. Ryan, it was amazing. Pierogies, kobasa, gołąbkis, kapusta. It was just amazing. And Laurie got the reference too, by the way, Willy Wonka. I'm not surprised that she did.
Uber Steven. Yeah, okay.
But we do this every year. It's always the weekend after Labor Day, and I can't miss it. Elix says I'm dramatic, and I said to him, if I miss this one time, you might as well just rip my heart right out of my chest.
He's like, I'll die. I'll simply die if I don't have pierogies once a year. I'll die. And he means it. So
man. But you know what the cool thing is?
Dramatic.
We usually don't go on the Sunday because it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We usually hit it Saturday, but we had that party, right? So we went today, and I was petrified that I always get frozen pierogies. This is, in Ryan, we've been in that church. It is a gorgeous church. But they have frozen pierogies. But these are the Polish women that make these all homemade stuff, right?
Yes.
Now, I mean, I know it's not, again, politically correct, but I say it anyway that I'm a Polak, because I am. I think I'm supposed to say I'm a Pole. I'm Polish and Irish, but the majority is Polish. And so I grew up with it. My dad was a cook in the Navy for like 20-something years. So he would make all the food. And, before he died, he made all that Polish stuff. And then my aunts would come over periodically and just bring the Polish food. And they were all fluent in Polish, and my grandparents didn't speak any English or barely any English. So when we got there, I was petrified that they didn't have frozen pierogies, because throughout the year, Elix will just, surprise me and make pierogies. And it was like the greatest surprise, because the woman we were purchasing from said, the potato pierogies, which are my favorite, they come, I asked for 2 dozen and they came 30. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. And what a surprise. What happened?
We got 36.
So Elix was taking them apart, right?
Yeah, because I put them in little bags so that it's easier to do. If he wants to eat pierogies, 6. If I want to eat them, I'll take 2 bags versus freezing the whole thing and then trying to separate them.
And if it was me,
he has no idea.
No, if it was me, honestly, when I went, whatever, a couple of months, whatever, next month, if I wanted to get pierogies, I'd pull it out to 30, and there'd be like a block of pierogies all stuck together, and I'd just bang it on a pot or something, which is why I don't cook.
Exactly. By the way, so Lisa, you make pierogies, and now you tell us?
Lisa, you make pierogies? Where do you live?
I don't know, Lisa.
Lisa, we'll put Django, me and Elix in the car right now, and we'll head over. So,
Tanya, we have been to Patty's, but the difference is Patty's is commercial.
Mm-hmm.
This is not commercial.
Patty's is good though.
They're good, but this is like going to your Polish grandma's house and eating pierogies.
And but Tanya, it is good. I like Patty's. I do. We met Patty. We met the owner. She came over and she sat with us.
Yes.
I think I gave her a little reading, right?
You did.
I did. This is when I was first coming into my mediumship piece. But I'm not one for all these varieties. Like get a s'mores pierogi. When you grow up and you just have that authentic, pierogies, I just need those authentic pierogies, and that's what I love.
Even though today we learned that they make meat pierogies. I never thought that there was such a thing. So
yeah, Lisa, we were right there. We were like in Central Falls.
There you go.
A hop and a skip. I actually growing up in Providence. I grew up in Providence, which was on the North Providence line. So see. Tanya says it makes
potato. That's
potato Lisa, and cheese. Lisa, yes. We love that too.
Even though I do like the cabbage, I'm not gonna lie; those I like them too. But potato and cheese, thumbs up. When are we going to see you, Lisa? Just saying.
So which is really cute though too. I texted my cousin on my dad's side, Joanne, who I love, and there was a big split when my dad died because my mom was so close to her sisters that. And I've always been close. I have, one cousin, Holly, who is not my cousin. She's really like my sister. Like we grew up together and we're still very, very close. And I didn't have a strong connection on my dad's side because eventually it just sort of, there was no rhyme or reason for it. It just sort of dissipated a little bit. And with the luxury of Facebook, I started finding them. So I love that I get to say hi to Holly, I didn't know you were here.
Another birthday girl.
It's her birthday. Say happy birthday to Holly. Holly.
Happy birthday.
My cousin, my sister, my whole childhood. The two of us had quite the experience and something that I completely love. So wait a minute. I also have Gina Plazensky.
Gina,
where do you live, Gina?
Where do you live?
Gina, when I see that name, I get so excited because I went to school with Vezowowski, Shabowski, Kabowski. I mean, there was all the SKIs, and I was like the Matzek, right? In any case, so that's my little story. So I reached out to my cousin Joanne and took a picture, and she was very excited. So we're going to get together and hopefully get to see happy birthday, Michelle's mom. So happy birthday, Holly. Everyone's saying happy birthday, Holly. I love it. Let's make it that we can meet up at Mark Anthony's in Onset. What is Mark Anthony's?
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know either. Gina, you're in New Bedford. That's my office is in New Bedford.
Gina.
Oh, come on, Gina.
That's my clients. I'm in New Bedford every week, twice a week.
Gina, we can do something here. You make pierogies. I'll give you a free reading. How's that?
Lisa's like, what about me? Lisa, I would definitely meet you. I don't know where Mark Anthony's is, but we'll go there.
I don't know. That's
even closer to us.
I'm not sure either, but
pizza.
Well, of
okay.
Course. I guess we should have figured that out. Mark Anthony, right?
Why?
Because it sounds like a pizza place, doesn't it? Mark Anthony? Mark Anthony. No?
Mark Anthony?
Yeah.
A pizza place?
Or a singer.
Oh, okay.
And you sang to me, right?
Oh God, people!
It's weird how that voice comes out of him. He's like a toothpick, and he's got such a beautiful voice.
Yes,
really. I mean, seriously. So, I grew up going to the Cape. Well, that's where we read. Spirit's already in my head. That's where we read. That's where we live, right? So today was a good day, and then we stopped at Greg's. If you've ever not been to Greg's in Rhode Island, you got to go there. Gina, you've been to my office. Gina, with the name, I can't listen. I don't even remember readings, but if you've been, I love that you've been, and we've met each other, which is so wild. I'm trying to think of that. How would I miss that name? Even though, you know what, I don't really check out names. Like I don't even. I just show up.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know the name unless.
Yeah, look at Karen. I hope you had some pickles. You know what? We used to take my mom.
We didn't eat there today.
We just did cake. Yes.
That Ryan knows. Ryan, that's
what I got.
Chocolate cake. I got the coconut, the raspberry coconut. But again, Greg's is the place to go for dessert.
It is.
Restaurant is, we're not we're not saying Greg's is the place to go to eat, but for dessert, that's a different story.
Hey, Colleen. Well, the food's not.
Yes.
It's not that. It's not bad. I mean, the food's average, right? I mean, I think. Right, Nyoka. Hey, how are you?
But the cakes
Florida's
make
in the
up
house.
for everything else.
As Karen said, the cakes are amazing. So if you haven't been to a Greg's, I think there's 4 in Rhode Island. It's a staple. If you're a Rhode Islander, you know that's where you get dessert at Greg's. So both of us got a slice, and the slices are not small, and each slice went. I can't believe we both ate. You ate your coconut.
We only had pierogies, so and it was pierogies for lunch. So I think we were justified to eat a piece of cake.
Well, so Michelle and Rob were saying the same thing. The food is so it's good.
Yeah.
But the you live in Cleveland now.
Wow.
What?
Nyoka, wow.
I didn't know that. You went from Florida to Cleveland. Wow. Cleveland, Ohio. Can I just ask a quick question here? Coconut is my favorite cake. So Linda.
Me too.
Does anybody know her? Look, does anyone know her? You know why I'm asking? Because I have a card here that says, Stephen.
I know why he's asking.
You're a really nice guy, and I'm happy that we worked together at Jordan Marsh. So, yeah, this was maybe a couple of days ago. It was a minute ago. I wish you the best in everything. Good luck. I hope we can go to college together. Sharon Brown.
And she gave you a picture.
Yeah. It was her high school picture. We were young. We both started at Jordan Marsh, and this was the picture. Is anyone else like me? Like you just want to, Lisa, of course. Luigi's. Are you kidding me?
We definitely.
Lisa, I'm a Providence boy. Luigi's, Pat's on Atwood Avenue. I've been to all of them.
Yes.
Oh my God. Thank you for my reading when my mom, when she passed away a few weeks ago on your radio show. Tony, that was I got goose pimples right now just thinking about it. So Tony's I can't remember if you guys are married or not, or you're getting married, I think. Because you're with Tanya, I believe. And Tanya called in to the radio show and said that her mother-in-law had just passed away. And when I said when, she just said it hours ago. I
remember that.
Yes, Tony. Right.
Yes, I remember
Tony's a great guy too. So I love Tanya. But it like his mom showed up like this. So if you're ever thinking, do I need to wait? If everyone's different. If you ever want to go to a medium to get a reading from, for someone who's just asked, please, it's all about what feels right for you, not for them. So don't ever feel like you've got to wait a couple of months. I mean, you may hear that. I can just tell you my experience. That's nonsense. Spirit crosses over. Listen, they're with us at their services. They're with us at their wakes. When I go to a service for whoever it is, we just went to one. Where did we just go to one? And the, oh my God, the person that was in the casket.
Dennis's uncle.
Uncle, right.
Yes.
A really amazing friends of Oz. And of course, I wouldn't say this there, even though they know I'm a medium, but Dennis's uncle was standing right next to me and Elix, and he was like, I don't look good.
Yeah. I'm looking better than that.
I don't, that doesn't look like me. I look way better than that. So they come right away because they're more concerned about us, really. So that's what it's really about. So hey, Tracy.
But also when my mom died.
Oh, wait a minute, Tracy at Wrights.
That's right.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Tracy. I love that you're here. We're at Wrights Chicken Farm, and all of a sudden, our waitress, was it Wendy?
Wendy. Yes.
Wendy comes up to us and says, "There's a woman in another booth," and we're with Jason, Michelle, and Sabrina, friends of ours. And there's a woman in another booth that made a comment that all she sees is, Tracy, I may be screwing this up, so bear with me or correct me. Something like, all I see is like white light from their booth. And this room is huge, right? So of course, when Wendy tells me that, I'm like, who? And she's like, I don't know if she wants to be known, but I just wanted to tell you that. So of course, I needed to find Tracy. So I went up to her and got to talk to her. And Tracy is like crazy connected. And it was an amazing experience, Tracy. I mean, vice versa, when I started talking to you, I could feel like the energy and the empath and the mediumship piece all around you. So, but how wild is it that, it was so cool for me. It's usually me looking around and reading, going up to tables and reading people, like I see whatever of people coming through, right? And here's Tracy doing it for us. And that was, and she just didn't know us from a hole in the wall, and talked about cooking, and she picked up the Sundays with STELIX. It's pretty wild. So someone wants to know if where was this question? Ashley, are you both mediums? No, I'm a medium and he's a lodge.
I'm a sidekick. I'm his sidekick. Sometimes.
God, Ashley, I have heard that a million times. Someone always has that comment, like,
what?
I thought you were a lodge. I thought you were a small. So, always. Lori, it was really cool. And Tracy, thank you for doing that. That made my day, and it made the whole Boots day, like you and Jason and Michelle and Sabrina, right? Because when Wendy walked away, I think Michelle said, what's going on? Or Jason did, someone said. So it was really cool to like how there's other people that are so connected, and some people Tracy, I'm just so excited that we got to chat, and I would have probably like stalked you out just to find out who you are. Listen, I get really excited when I find out people are very connected, and some may say animated. I don't know why, because I'm usually very, down to earth, right?
Yeah, sure.
So
low key,
yeah,
down to earth. That's how anyone would describe you that way.
So if anyone knows Sharon Brown, can you tell me, does anyone else sometimes just like feel like you've got to, right? Like you haven't seen someone in so long, and you wonder what happened to them. Like what happened to their lives? Do they have 16 like cats and no kids? They have 5 kids. Are they married? Sharon was the sweetest thing. She was on the floor, and I worked in the credit department because I was going to school. I had just started for accounting, so I got the privilege of being in the credit department in Jordan and Warwick Mall, which I loved. It was a really good thing because I used that PA system. Any of my friends that came in, anybody that came in, I knew when you left, when you were halfway through Jordan Marsh, because we were on second floor, and so you took a little bit to get out of the store, you'd hear your name for whatever reason, report to dresses or report to something. So the best new version of Lucy and Danielle, how are you?
Who's Lucy?
I love that. You're clearly Lucy.
Okay, yeah, all right.
But you know something? Here, like my book, right? Not that I'm plugging it, which is no shame in that, right? But my book that came out last December, there's a story in there at Jordan Marsh that when, if you read the book, you know this, so I'll make it quick, that we were getting ready to leave. It was 10 o'clock when this back then the store was open till 10, and management that was on the floor, we all walked out together. Credit was always last with management because we had to make sure everything was closed up. And so I was working with Carolyn, who I loved, right? So I took the payments. Carolyn was the customer service kind of person. So I realized on break that every time you opened up, the salespeople opened up a credit card or, solicited someone to open a credit card, they would come up, and this is before everything was online. It was an application, and the salespeople would get these little stickers. They had these cards, and once they filled up with 10 stickers on the card, that they would win something. There was like a lottery ticket. You would win like 50% off or $25 off. It was pretty cool, right? It was a good incentive. But I remember as I was coming back from lunch or dinner that the little circles that we hand out as I was walking through dresses, there was a whole rack of navy blue dresses with circles on them. And I thought, those circles are the same size as the stickers. So when we left, management's ahead of us. Carol and I are walking, chatting and talking. And she was much older than me now. Just a beautiful woman. And I actually found her son and reached out to her about a couple of years ago, right? Just to say hi. And I handed her 2 sections of the stickers, the white dots. And she said, what am I doing with these? And she was like, look, I said, all these dresses have the same dots. Let's put dots on them on several of these dresses. And she was like, are you nuts? I'm like, no, this is how funny it would be that people would buy the dress and think the dots are coming off, right? That they're not even real dots. So I'm like, well, hold on. And I stopped putting some on. And she's like, give me the damn sheet. So she starts putting some on. I am not exaggerating. I know Patty Burgess, who follows me, if she's ever here, she can validate this. So about a month or 2 months later, we're all in credit. It's a Saturday. It's so busy. And right next door is the executive office. And all of a sudden, we hear this woman screaming. And all of a sudden, the door comes wide open and she comes running out. So Joe, who I'm friends with on Facebook too, she comes into credit and we're like, what the hell was that? All of us are like, and there's like 6 of us in credit because Saturday was really busy. And she's like, this crazy woman said she bought this dress and she said the dots were fake. And Joe Dimash is it's selling fake dresses.
He hasn't changed. He still does the same thing. So, and gets a kick out of his own story.
Is that not a funny story? And they're arguing with her because she brought in some of these stickers. And of course, I guess someone in the executive office probably said, that's a sticker that someone probably, when you were home, your kid probably put it on. And then, of course, Carolyn was in the back because she used to, on Saturdays, I think she was helping with deposit or so. She wouldn't come out. When she heard the story, because she knew I was there, she wouldn't come out. And then I peeked behind, and the 2 of us were peeing our pants because nobody knew. We could not tell anybody. And I'm not really sure if we ever fessed up to it. So I know, Gina, I had issues.
You have.
I saw Joni. Joni, you just bought the book. I love Joni. One of my favorite people in juvenile court. After being there for 20 years, anytime I would come in, I always go see Joni because she's just like the sweetest soul. So, Rob and I know. I think my brain needs to be, maybe examined, right, when we're done. So when I'm done in spirit. So, but there was just one last thing I had to ask.
Go ahead.
No, but you know what? Let me just, because it sometimes feels like I'm doing all the talking.
That's because you are doing all the talking.
See what happens when I lose my voice?
And by the way, when we're together, that doesn't change. It's no different. And then when he loses his voice, then he goes like this, like I need to take over. So,
but I got my voice back, so we're all good, right? We're good. But you know what? I need to recognize and just step back and let you chat.
There's nothing. I mean, you just throw that like that. It doesn't work that way. Just keep moving, move along. There's nothing.
Nobody can say I'm not helping and I'm not considerate, right?
Yes, you are very
serious,
helpful and considerate.
So all right. Well, this book is worth the read and will make you laugh and laugh. Phyllis, thank you. I love it. By the way, I'm going to be in Connecticut, Columbus Day weekend, 2 different Barnes & Noble, and that's on the 11th or the 12th. It's a Saturday, and the Friday I'm going to be on.
When is Rainham?
Rainham's not until it's not Rainham. Wareham. Wareham. I'm going to be in November.
No, but you doing a fundraiser. I thought it was
in Rainham.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about my book.
Oh, okay.
Alex, come keep up with me here. So I'm going to be in Connecticut, and I'm going to be on Great Day, Connecticut.
That's right, Danielle.
Steve.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of figured that, Danielle. Right. I mean, after like 31 years, I guess. But I got to ask something really quickly, because I was just thinking when Elix was in the shower, I get really, I don't know, I get like very peaceful feelings when a quilting or knitting show comes on. Like I know nothing of it, but it's very calming for me, right? To watch them like with the sewing machine. And I think part of it is like how do you do that? Like, it just seems complicated, and I love it. But has anybody here heard of or have been following this new like ASMR craze? You got to tell me if you have, because I asked Elix about it, and Elix was like, "What the hell is that?"
No idea.
Karen, I'm crocheting a crab right now. I love that. I cannot believe it. I want to learn. You know, when Elix's mom was like the queen of crafts and knitting and crocheting, I wish I took advantage and had her teach me, which would have been very nice, because it's just so calming and stuff. It is adorable. So it's a huge moneymaker, ASMR. I'm assuming when Karen says no, Ashley, no.
But what is
Karen's crocheting a crab? I'm assuming that's for us, right?
I don't know.
Because why would Karen just bring that out, right?
I don't know.
Karen, you're the greatest, really. Crocheting is very relaxing. So
I just want to know what kind of.
It's my therapy. Oh, there, I get it, Karen. Yeah. I completely get it. But what Phyllis said, it's a huge moneymaker. So no one else knows ASMR, like what that is.
Well, what is it?
So ASMR, I mean, I had to look up what I know what it is. I needed to know what the acronym was. It's for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. I was seeing this on YouTube, I don't know, probably about a year ago, and it just started popping up more and more. So I followed to a degree. Actually, yeah, I watched those videos, Ryan. Yeah, and because they actually have some for just like for gay guys. I mean, I know they don't really say that, but it really is. The guys, sexy guys with no shirts on and stuff, and so, but it's for everybody, right? The nail clicking sometimes drives me. It does, Ryan. So, but I started seeing the ASMR with guys that were giving massages to other guys, but there's microphones like on their wrists. So like when they squeeze out, like say shampoo for the person's hair, and they're gonna start like doing this, you can actually hear like everything is exaggerated, so you hear everything. So when usually when you squeeze out shampoo, you don't hear much, right? But when they do that, you actually hear it like squishing, and it's ASMR is all about like giving you chills, like and also ASMR is also to get you to sleep. This specific ASMR.
But somebody said I watched the eating ones. I could never listen to somebody eat like that.
Yeah, I mean,
that would drive me crazy.
And actually, the eating ones actually even started before like this craze of ASMR came out, because I know that there were videos I watched a while ago on TikTok of people eating. Ryan's right, sensory, right? And yeah, sometimes I fall asleep to them at night.
You fall asleep to listening to someone eat?
No, it doesn't have to be eating. It can be, they have changed. There's so many variations of it, and just like noises. And I gotta tell you, there's parts that I've done like before I go to bed and just listen to them, and I am asleep in like, I swear, 20 seconds.
So what are you listening to? Which one?
I've tried several of them. There's one guy that gives kisses, like I'm sorry about the lighting, but like, here's our microphones when we do the radio show, when we both do our radio shows from here. So this is the microphones that we use. So this is always set up, and this is the center of ASMR, and he just comes right in and just makes the kissing noise. Or they start like this, like the microphone's up here, and right above the microphone they're like this. This doesn't sound a lot like right now, but when they're doing it via ASMR, the sound is so exaggerated, and it does. There's things that just give you chills. I know some people it's harder to get chills, some people it's easier. I have always been someone that gets chills very, very easy.
So he falls asleep listening to some guy kissing where I'm right next to him, and I could be kissing him instead. But all right, whatever. But most importantly, people, do any of you wonder how this conversation relates to how we started with crochet? Because I'm still waiting for the connection. This is what he does. He starts with these stories, like go nowhere, and then he starts another story, and man. I'm trying to find the connection. So what is there a connection?
The see, Laurie says you need to exaggerate the kissing. Exactly, Laurie.
Oh my God, Laurie. Yes. I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Phyllis, a lot of people wonder about me. Just saying.
But just on a separate note, though, listen, I've watched him be so focused in the crochet shows that I'm like, why? Like, are you now gonna learn? Because he turns on this show and he's like ready to start a project crocheting.
But that's the point, though. That's really not my perspective, and that's how it connects to ASMR. Is because I watch it.
I'm trying, Sil. You think this is easy? No, honey. Sometimes I just have to let it be and hope for the best.
Listen, 31 years. How is that possible? 31 years.
Last night somebody said, when I pass, I'm not gonna go through an interview process. I have a straight pass to heaven. Straight pass.
I don't understand why people think that.
There's no interview. There's no, check. No, I'm going
based on being with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't understand why people think that. That doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, I'm just a load of fun. Seriously. I am fun.
Hey, Danielle, you may have a point. There's that. Yes.
Yeah, another person at the party last night came up to me and said, "How are you an attorney?" I'm like, "Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know." And passed the bar the first time. So, there's smarts up there. There's a lot of curiosity too. And then you throw in dead people, so the quilting is because that and QVC. If I'm sick, like if I have a cold or a flu or something, put QVC on the TV and I will feel so good. I think it's
so long you don't start pulling your credit card and start buying stuff.
No, and I don't, and I never. Listen, I'm not a QVC person.
There's
right?
people who buy stuff out of being addicted.
Yeah, I'm not QVC. That. I'm not that kind of like QVC kind of person to buy stuff. I am just a QVC person. I think it's because in my head I know it's not going to end. Like it just keeps going and going and going. It's like a friend that's just in your house that just keeps talking and talking and like
again. So he falls asleep listening to some dude kissing while I'm next door, and now he watches QVC because it's like a friend.
Ashley gets me. Clearly,
what am I?
Ashley and I are tight. Just saying. Because she gets me. She completely understands. She's, oh my God, yes, QVC, right? And then if you've got some people like celebrities that you like, that's even better, right? But the knitting, it because that brings me like peace. That's why I switched to the ASMR, because the ASMR is the same thing.
Ashley, you can have him if you totally get him, a weekend. We can start with a weekend, a few days, a week, a month. I promise you will send him back at some point.
Seriously?
You will send him back. Just saying.
Listen, I think I'm pretty good. Is ASMR? No, it's on YouTube. As far as I know, Laurie, I've never seen it as a TV show. I've just always catch it, but they've got Laurie ASMR YouTube channels, even though it's not a show, that like are 2 hours. Like you can just plug it in, put your headphones on, and for 2 hours just hear different things. One of the guys,
Laurie, no, I think you can just look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
There's many on
exactly, and there's like 3 sheep. I don't know if it's the name of them because I always watch Max. Max, a younger guy, and
he's the one kissing.
No, Max is not the one kissing, but Max is the one that he always says he's from the 3 sheep. He's the second sheep, and he did a barbershop ASMR. So he took all things that you would find in a barbershop: the brush, the foam, like the shaving cream, scissors, and he kept switching them. But I'm telling you, just hearing the noise, it's like when you listen to the ocean, the waves of the ocean, or a fan. It's really.
So the next time you yell at me, because sometimes he yells at me if I'm eating an apple and I'm chewing really loud, he's like,
you're sucking it down, like half of it's out of his mouth and he's picking it up from the ground.
You're chewing like, he calls me names. I'm like, well, this is, what is it called? ASMR live. right now.
Who brought up the damn food thing? I've never seen the ones I watched.
Ryan.
No, I don't think it was Ryan.
It was Ryan.
Was it?
So yes.
It wasn't. And the food thing I'm not talking about. I haven't seen that.
The nails,
you know,
or whatever.
with exactly, Gwendolyn, like Gwen saying that.
Well, the ocean, I can get that.
No, but I'm you know what? It also started. I was watching Judy Norton Taylor was doing like she does YouTube videos of she goes through like every episode of the Waltons, and one of them she was doing of the Waltons TV show from the way back from the 70s, and she was showing someone wanted to know if she had any scripts from back then, and she did, and she was looking for something, and I was getting shivers and tingles as she kept moving the pages, like so I cannot be the only one. Like,
no,
does it make sense?
Well, for you it makes sense, yeah,
but not for you.
Well, it depends on what it is. There are certain things that I have no interest in listening to.
No, see, Ryan's saying the same thing. Like I couldn't do the eating thing either, not at all. But this is sometimes.
I promise
like,
you, the next time I'm chewing loud and
it's like
he yells
horse.
at me.
It's like a horse that's got like a carrot that's this far out of his mouth, and like the green part's hanging, and he's trying to get there, and he's like lifting his head like this and trying to suck down the carrot.
I don't eat
it's like
that.
a horse.
I swear to God.
You don't. It's when we're by ourselves.
I eat with my mouth closed.
Yeah, or gum, or gum. Like
gum. Is
the gum is bad. It's really, really bad, especially when we're in the car and driving. Like I just want another eject button. I just want to press a button and shoot him out somewhere. But also on how about cooking? Ashley, that's a really good question. I haven't seen any of the ASMR that they're cooking. That's so Ryan agrees too, but some of the other sounds are soothing. I haven't seen the cooking piece. I am sure I'm sure that there's videos I probably could watch that are cooking that are either repetitive or something that also gives me chills. And I know from looking at ASMR, there are people, because there's videos that are intense, and the caption says for people that it's difficult to get chills. So I think there are people, maybe it's me as a medium being very sensitive, that maybe that's why. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but maybe I'm completely wrong. So Danielle.
Oh, Danielle.
That's a great thing, Danielle. That's how I always am, right?
That's what I tell them all the time. Don't hold back. Go ahead. Tell me exactly how you really feel.
Yeah. Well,
so it's like, honestly, you guys heard this before. It's like living with Judge Judy. It's like that. It's like a courtroom. I'm in court every day.
I don't understand that at all.
I'm sure they do.
I don't understand that at all. Okay, so I know there's a lot of things I keep jumping to, like.
So we're going from crochet.
But can we just talk about Elix's hearing and anybody that's dealing with hearing loss? Can we just talk about that? Yesterday.
I am Ashley. He's a Gemini.
Yeah,
so I have to be balanced.
Oh, Ashley's good. Are you a Libra?
Well, I don't know who she's talking to.
Well,
whether it's me
clearly,
or
clearly that's like a sensitive psychic mediumship stuff.
He's a Gemini, so I gotta be balanced to deal with the good or the naughty.
So we finished eating. He brought stuff, like picked up stuff. He's right in front of me. We're leaving from the kitchen to go upstairs, and I said to him, that food was really good. You know what his response to me was? I am not kidding you. No, I don't want any more. I'm like, are you listening to somebody else, or is it being translated into Spanish? And of course, I couldn't stop laughing. And he's looking at me like, what are you laughing? I'm like, I just said to you that the food was really good. And your response was, no, I could not eat any more.
Hey, listen. My response when he's like, "Oh my God, you," I'm like, "Love me, just love me exactly the way I am."
After that many years, 31 years, I do. But that was, I mean, for people that need.
He's convinced I need hearing aids.
No, I know.
He's convinced I need a hearing check.
That I'm convinced with.
Very soon. Yeah, no.
See?
Don't wait to get there.
Selective hearing. Carol.
I'm not that bad. He exaggerates.
No, selective hearing. Right. That's here. But also, again, a different subject. I'm quiet tonight.
Yeah, you're like really quiet.
Can we just quickly talk about, and I think all of you guys are gonna like this. Libra and Gemini match super well. I'm a Libra, but my best friends have been Ashley. I love. See, that's why Ashley. I already told you we're tight. You're a Libra.
Years ago, when we sold our first home together, and we walked into the closing, I kid you not, the real estate for the attorney, one of them for the
realtor
for the seller or the buyer.
We were the buyer.
For the seller.
No, for the seller.
Yeah. As soon as we walked in and sat down, she looked and she says, "Who's the good one? Who's the mean one?" True story. Seriously, that's exactly. And I said, "Good, mean." She's like, "Okay, I just needed to know."
Now look, does this look like a mean? This is an angelic face. It doesn't look like a mean face, right? Robin's a Gemini too. That was all about because the realtors. I love realtors, but some realtors think they're attorneys. And when you're dealing, realtors probably hate when they know that a client's an attorney, that we're pains in the asses because we're attorneys, right? That's what that was all about. That I was, anything she gave, I looked over, I threw it back. It was all for the benefit of the two of us. That's the reason why, again, it all comes down to I was protecting you and you throwing me under the bus. Okay. Just saying. So I love that Robin's a Gemini. But on the spirit side, can I just say something? So, and it's good for me to bring up for anyone and every single one of you, whether you know it or not, are affected by this. Can we just talk about Pete?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure he's going to be listening to you. So knock yourself out.
So on my show, Through the Static, my radio show, I brought this up on the show. And at the introduction, because we like the first 15 minutes, we just do a wrap, we just talk, and then we get into it, into readings. And in any case, I brought Pete up. So about a month, 2 months ago?
About a month. I think.
And what happened?
So we started getting the fire alarm going off in the middle of the night, like it's random. And, we have the system that once goes off, the whole house goes. But I learned from having that system for a while that when they go off, you just have to look for the one that's flashing red. And then that's the one that needs a battery change, blah, blah, blah. So, the first time I get up, I'm looking through the whole freaking house. I see no red flashing. So I tell Steven, I don't know. Again, the next night, right? We get another alarm in the middle of the night, looking, no red flashing. So, and then we got it quite a few times and there was nothing flashing. And I said, Steven, I don't know what's going on because there is not one alarm that has a flashing red. So.
And the 3 o'clock was not nice.
No, I mean, like it wakes you up. I mean, we're like, oh my God, like what's going on?
But it would go, like 10 seconds? And
then you can't sleep. So he's like, I think this is spirit. So I'm like, you better check with spirit because we were heading for a long weekend and we don't want that happening when we have pet sitters in the house because they'll be petrified.
Yes. And Lindsay was here. Hey, Joelle. And she was staying. And so I'm like, you know what? After Elix said that he can't find the red light,
the flashing,
and then we have the best electrician, Eric, who does everything for us.
He's a fireman.
So I tune in, I meditate, and at the end of my meditation, as a medium, I just check in. And I'm like, all right, is something going on spirit wise with this fire alarm? I kid you not. I'm just going to explain how I see it. So in my house, I see like a sea of people that, I said to Elix, I never even really thought about how many people I think of my loved ones. Like I'm sure you guys think of your loved ones that are in spirit, that are in your house with you, right? Because they are. But I just see the sea of people and I'm like, okay, something's going on because they came too fast. And then all of a sudden it's like the sea of people just moved to the side. And there's a guy standing at the end and they're pointing. And I'm like, is it you doing it? And I hear someone, I'm not kidding you, I hear a woman say, that's Pete. And I'm like, oh my God.
Pete the fireman,
because he was all in fireman gear, completely from head to boots, fireman. And I'm like, Pete, okay, let's talk. Like, what is going on here? I'm like, you cannot keep doing this. And I know for some of you may think like, maybe Steven drank a lot. Maybe if you don't know I'm a medium and you're thinking like, this is crazy, right?
If you're here, you know, Spirit, this is.
But you know, even the levels of this, in any case. So I'm having a conversation with Pete. He's barely listening to me. And then I realized very, very quickly that when something happens in your house, that something's moved or you feel something or you get scared, it, for the most part, is not scary. It's not being done for that reason. It's being done for two reasons. One, to get your attention. It's mom, dad, grandmother, grandfather, dog, cat, bird, whoever's connected to you, right? So they want to get your attention. Or two, they are using too much energy, which they don't realize, and they may use too much energy without realizing that they move something and then it falls. Or you may hear a loud noise or something in a room and nothing's there. That's really usually the two main reasons why they do that. So when I talked to Pete, I said to Pete, all right, I get it. You're checking the house. You're making sure we're okay and we're good. We have Eleanor, if you've seen my posts, Eleanor, that every time it rains, the lady, she appears, the silhouette of her whole face and body shows up in our driveway. If you haven't seen that, you got to go to my Facebook or Instagram page and see that. Her name is Eleanor. And she's at the tip of our driveway. She protects our house. All you guys have the same thing, absolutely the same thing. But so Pete, I said to him, all right, Pete, I get it. I know you want to take care of us, but you can't do this. Like, I don't know.
Not at 3 a.m. in the morning.
But not at any time. I'm like, please, you cannot do this. I had a conversation. I finished my meditation. I said to Elix, I figured who this is. It's Pete, the fireman, but he's doing it to benefit us. It's like he's doing like these drill codes or scenarios.
Yeah, and drills, yeah.
Has it happened again?
No.
It's never happened again.
But you've caught him trying.
I have caught that son of a gun. Like, he's always in his gear. And last night we were driving to, Elix was driving. Yeah, you were the chauffeur last night, right? So I'm giving you props.
And we went much further than today. Just saying.
Sticking it. In any case, I just happened to tune into home as we're driving to this restaurant in Rhode Island, and I see Pete pull the whole couch in our living room, and he's looking behind the couch. And in my conversation, I said to Pete, "What the hell are you doing behind the couch? Like, what's behind the couch?" And puts his hand up like he's got this. I don't know if he's checking outlets. I have no idea what the hell he's checking. All I know is
but the alarm hasn't gone off again.
It's been months now. I'm telling you, it's been months. And
after you checked in with Spirit,
and I'm telling you, I got to keep him on a short leash, because then another time I saw him underneath the kitchen sink. That's where we keep a fire extinguisher. And
he's checking to make sure he's working.
Yeah. Another time I said to you, like, he's on the roof. He's walking on the roof. And you know, the ironic thing is as even me as a medium, and this is my profession, right? I do readings all the time. Elix said, why do you think Pete, first of all, who is Pete? I don't know who Pete is. We sort of speculated that we talked about Eric, right? Eric is our guy. He's a fireman and a very, very good friend, a couple friend of ours, Darlene and John, where we lived in Norton for 15 years. We're still really good friends with them. John is also, he's a chief, and he's been here. We're suspecting maybe it's someone that worked with them, and maybe in their firehouse that died, and because they know we're friends with them. In any case, or it could just be that Pete knows this is like a safe haven, because, you know, I meditate daily, I protect this house, the yard, and so this is like a safe place for Spirit, right? And you guys can certainly do the same thing, and it's very, very simple. But Pete is, at one point I said to Elix, he showed me, like, you know, those little things that you pull. We used to have them in school. I think they're still in schools, or like on a fire pole, that if there's a fire. So it's not really there, but that's how they show me. And he's looking like at me, and he's got his hand like going for it. I'm like, Pete, no. It's like I'm dealing with a little kid. I'm like, Pete, you cannot do that. You can't. And then he just lets it go. He doesn't acknowledge anything now. He listens, but he doesn't acknowledge. He's his own guy. But knock on wood, Pete has not done that for months.
Yeah, Gwendolyn, we did too.
Yes, of
it's
course.
Nice to know that he's watching.
And you can ask. You
house.
can absolutely ask for anybody to watch over your house that's in spirit, and you don't even have to know them. Whether you want a policeman or fireman, whomever. One of the things that people don't get, and I know I teach this when I teach my courses, which one is going on right now, which is a really cool course. But I always tell people that, we all have guides. Everyone knows they have angels, right? We all know that we have our loved ones that died, like mom and dad and grandmothers and everything like that. But what a lot of people don't get and know is that we also have special guides that are specific to whatever category we're thinking about or wanting help in. Mm-hmm. So in other words, if you're, and I'm just using this as an attorney, if you're in some kind of legal issue or so, or you have a hearing or so, before you go into that hearing, you can actually take a second, take a couple of deep breaths, and ask for a specialized attorney. And when I say specialized, you say, my intention is to reach out to a specialized attorney, meaning someone who was here as an attorney that have this journey on earth and was top of their game, that are now in spirit. I need you with me, and I need you on my case. They will be on your case. That's how cool this is.
Danielle, you're right. I never thought of that, but you're absolutely right. Maybe he's checking the outlets to make sure that everything is functional for our Christmas trees.
Danielle, I love that you said that, because that also is something that I turn right around and throw back at everybody to say, do the same thing, right? Mm-hmm. To make sure everything's okay. And somehow, some way, if you do that and there's an issue, they will alert you somehow in a different way than if you didn't ask. They're that smart, and they're that great, and they're that good, right? I mean, yeah. That's what it's all about. So
I agree. Yeah, there's nothing. See, it's like, say something.
I feel like I've been talking the whole time.
Well, you have. So
that's vicious. I mean, it's kind of vicious, isn't it? Like,
you have, and it's been quite interesting. We've learned about crochet. We've learned about ASMR. We've learned about your kissing men, listening, whatever the hell you do. We've learned about a lot of things. So
if somebody just came on now, like Debbie, sounds like Debbie just came on. Debbie. Hi, guys. Hi, Debbie.
Debbie, you're going to have to rewind to listen to the whole thing.
Oh, my God. They have an open relationship because Stephen is overtly telling everybody that he's kissing other guys.
No, that he goes to sleep listening to guys kissing. I'm not exaggerating. That's exactly what he said.
Dear God. I never listened to that going to sleep.
Should we rewind this?
That was one of the, I just said that's one of the things.
Phyllis?
Oh, my God, Lord. It was one of the things I was just trying to stress about ASMR. Just to tell people that there's a guy, and this is a very good-looking guy, no shirt on, beard. That is like gay guys are going to eat that up. I mean, and I'm sure straight girls are too, right? I mean, it shouldn't be just about gay guys.
Imagine that.
But I'm just saying that's not.
Here I am listening to the ocean, and he's listening to. Just thank God I have self-esteem on my side. But listen, I can't keep sitting because I sat in this row and my butt is like super sore. So,
well, you know what? I cannot believe that. I promise we'll do this again so that I can do readings, because I really had intentions, and I can't believe it's 8:05. So this one's got to go downstairs, and I gotta
I gotta get out. Poor Felix. Thank you, Felix. I mean, Sil.
No, that's Phyllis.
And Sil.
It's both.
At least you are I am normal, somewhat.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever labeled me normal. Just saying. But just keep in mind of Pete, and know that is not because I'm a medium. That is in every one of your houses, that there's spirit, there's people passing through. The more intentional, or the more, like, I think Ashley is very connected. I mean, I know just by the tuning into her, Ashley, that we've been talking about the Libra, she's very, very connected. She doesn't know she's very, very, she knows, but she doesn't know to the degree she's very connected as an angel or someone just said. But in any case.
And I do want to say that, we haven't done STELIX like in what is it that we call it?
Sunday with STELIX.
Sundays with STELIX, because we're working on another project. So just stay tuned.
Yes.
Stay tuned. That's why we're trying to do some of this.
Yes.
To keep you guys in the loop.
Yes.
So.
Well, what I was about to say too before.
That you love me?
Well, I listen, of course. I do.
And Ryan is asking, are you doing a reading?
Can I see? Doing. My plan, Ryan, was as I always come on.
But then he went into crocheting, and he said, Ryan, you can't have it all. You got to decide. You got to choose crocheting or reading. So clearly, you got crocheting today.
See, Ashley, listen. Exactly what they said is exactly what you just repeated. So the empath piece of you, Ashley, is crazy. Is that you connect with people's energy. You got to watch that though, because you can pick up energy that's not yours, and that's something that you have to just be very careful about. Just in the mornings, just put a white light. Yeah, Elix is definitely I guess we can't pull his fist. Ryan, you're like a comedian.
There you go, Ryan. So,
but actually, yes,
consider yourself lucky, Ryan. Just saying.
But yeah, Ashley, you are very, very empathic, and I'm a Libra and have been getting into connecting with spirit lately. I love that, Ann. Well, based on what Ann's saying, is that the more you understand it or believe in it, or even do like meditate here and there. And when I say meditate, it can be like 1 minute, just taking the deep breaths in and just like calming yourself. That's a meditation, right? There's no right or wrong way to meditate. You can just do it very, very quickly. But really what that does is it starts clearing your environment. And when spirit sees that, whether most likely if it's someone that you don't know that is just sort of passing through, they'll chill in your place because they know this has got white light. This is a protected place. It's really cool how that happens. Our house is a concert of spirit because that's what I do for a profession. Most people don't do that, right? Don't focus on meditating daily. Well, some people obviously do, and I also have spirit coming in all the time, in and out. Prior to readings, your loved ones come in to sort of prep me, and then some of them just hang around. It's pretty wild, but it's something that the more you're in tuned with, all you need to do is really trust it and trust yourself. Like Ashley, someone just said, I take energy so strong I can even feel it from photos. Yeah, but the thing is, Ashley, someone also just said to me, I don't know, it feels like it's a grandmother, but just said, but what Ashley's not trusting herself. Hands down, I don't care if Ashley agrees with me or doesn't agree with me. She's not trusting herself. She gets to a really good place, but she doesn't trust herself that she's very connected. Ashley, I'm just telling you what. It's definitely, it's actually it's a father energy, Ashley, that's giving that to me. It's a grandfather or a father energy. Grandmother's here, but there's a father. And again, I can't tell if it's dad or grandfather, but oh my God, I get a lot of chills with you. It could be, if your mom is in spirit, all right, you know what? Let me just tell you this, Ashley. There's a grandfather here that's talking. If your mom's here, this Mary, Mark, there's an M name. Someone keeps yelling out, and someone keeps talking about they helped you get some amulet or something that protects you. Ashley, do you have something like in your car or something you bring or a crystal? Someone just said that they helped you pick it out or help you get it, or if it's something old that somebody's that you keep, that you got something that is protecting you, and I'm not really sure if you know what that is.
Mom's middle name is Marie.
Oh, so it's mom. You say mom, and here's mom stepping forward. When you just said that though, your mom just also said it sounded like a C or K name. I don't know if this is Kevin or hey Sandra or Kathy or your mother just said happy Birthday, I mean, you already told me you're a Libra, so I don't want to like take that and say it's spirit, because you already told me, and I know that your birthday has to be coming up soon. But your mom just yelled happy birthday or happy anniversary. So I think it's something above and beyond your birthday, even though I'm sure she's saying happy birthday. So, which is a great thing. You've got something. Is it a tattoo? There's something, Ashley, that you've got that someone's telling me. Your mom just said, yes, Stephen, it's protecting her. Maybe it's a necklace. I don't know what this is. Ann Black, I do. You do what? Is that a proposal? Ann, you want to marry me? I do. I do too. Imagine if this was a legal thing. I'd be a polygamist. I always thought I would have more than one husband, but a wife? Let's just throw that in. How does he put up with this? I took a lot of stuff.
Ryan, add that to the list.
I took a lot of stuff from her when she passed. Let me just tell you, Ashley, your mother just said it's something that resembles a cross or the feeling of a cross. In Elizabeth, Ashley. Elizabeth, she just said, yell out Elizabeth. It's an E name. Ryan. Ashley, hair clips. I don't know what that means. Here, well, all I can tell you is it's something that's protecting. So just make sure you hang on to that and keep that with you. If your mom's giving it, I still stand by the grandfather. If your dad's still here, then it's a grandfather too. So again, just make sure you keep that with you. And I think we got to close down, right? Ashley, you'll understand whatever it is.
You can stay longer.
Yeah, your mother just. I never met my dad. It could. Oh wow.
Oh.
There's something that resembles the cross or something saint-wise. Something that would be like you would look at it and say that is a protector, or it could be a rabbit's foot, or it could be hey Katie. It could be something, but it's something that I keep saying. Your mom keeps saying she's part of it.
What the hell happened?
Oh, spirit.
Ooh.
Ashley, that was mom. That was. Oh my God.
There they are again.
That's your mother.
That's incredible.
I got chills too. So maybe that's Pete. It could be.
It could be Pete.
I can't believe we don't have it a light anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Keep that with you. I'm sure any more of it will actually happen for you, Ashley. So just hang on to it. Thank you guys for allowing us to do this. And I'm telling you, Pete, I'm telling you, we will do this, seeing that we can't really keep doing the cooking thing, but we can do this, which is cool. It's fun, right? I loved it.
For now, stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. So Ryan was there. Pete Fire. What was that? Ryan was there. A Pete firefighter with your dad. Wow. My mom's death was listed as undetermined. I would really eventually like to do here. Wow, that's amazing. All right, guys, enjoy your night, and we will see and talk to you guys
very soon. If you don't follow me, find me at Coach STELIX.
He's amazing too.
Fridays at 1.